Hello friends, this is Zoya Chaudhary and you are watching me on YouTube channel Simplified Education. You can join our Telegram channel and Facebook page by clicking on the link given below. In the previous video, we have seen the introductory part of the research. So next step is the classification. So in this video, we are going to see the types of the research. This is coming under the unit Research Aptitude. It is useful for UGC NET and SET exam paper 1. If you study the types of the research, there are many types of the research. So this is going to be quite lengthy topic. So please watch this video till end. Here I have prepared the tree diagram for the classification of the research. Instead of learning all the types of research one by one, I have categorized them on the basis of 4 criteria. That is based on purpose, based on method, third is based on design, and fourth is attribute based. So we will learn all the types of research under these 4 criteria. So first we will see based on purpose. Based on purpose, there are 3 types of research. First is basic, fundamental or pure research. Second is the applied research, and third is the action research. When we carry out the research, there is a purpose. Either for knowledge sake we carry out the research or with reference to the particular problem oriented research we perform. So first basic research, it is coming under the knowledge sake category, and second applied research and action research, they are problem oriented research. So first we will see the basic, fundamental or pure research. This basic research is also called as the fundamental or pure research. The purpose of this research is knowledge sake. It is performed for the sake of knowledge without any intention to apply it in a practice. So what is the outcome of this research? It helps in the development or the advancement of the theories, and it results into the basic principles. So whatever theories are there, laws are there, principles are there, it is all are the results of the basic research. Basic research serves as a foundation for the applied research. Means whatever is the knowledge we are going to search from the basic research, it is going to be the foundation for the next applied and action research. Let us take the example. We will take the trending example, that is of COVID-19. So whenever we are going to perform the basic research on the COVID-19, we will study from where it is originated, how it is originated, and its journey from its origin to the human body. And we will study how it affects our immune system. So this is all the general background study of the COVID-19. So this will come under the fundamental or the pure research. We are not going to perform any kind of experiment in this. So this is going to be the example of the basic research. Now second is the applied research. From the word only we came to know that this is application based research, and we have already discussed that this is problem oriented research. This methodology is used to solve the specific practical issue affecting an individual. It utilizes the principles made by the fundamental research to know the problem with the best possible manner. And it solves the practical problem of the modern world rather than to acquire the knowledge for the knowledge sake. So let us carry forward the same example of the COVID-19. In the basic research, we have done the research background study of the COVID-19. Now in the applied research, we will select the target area, that is how to control the death rate of the COVID-19. So here we are going to carry out the different experiment, and we are going to study that how we can control the death rate of the COVID-19. So there we will get the help of the fundamental research knowledge, and we can find out the best possible solution. So that is going to be the applied research. Third type is the action research. This is also one type of the applied research. The coverage area of this action research is comparatively smaller than the applied research to solve the existing or the immediate problem. So whatever was the target selected into the applied research, what we have selected the example, that is to control the death rate. So that death rate control is coverage, its coverage is very large. So here we will take the small example. that whether allopathic treatment is useful to control the death rate, or the Ayurvedic treatment is useful. So we will make the set of two variables and we will carry out the experiment and we will test. So whichever is the possible solution. So that is going to be the action research. So in this way we have seen based on purpose, that is fundamental research, applied research and action research. Now second criteria for the classification of the research, that is based on the method. This is going to be the important part, that is research methodology. This topic we are going to study in detail into the further part of this research aptitude. Here we will take the superficial information regarding introductory part of this research need. First method is that experimental research, second descriptive research, and third is the historical research. These are the categories of the research based on the method. So first we will see experimental research. Experimental research, from the name itself we came to know that we are going to carry out the experiments, and based on that experiments only we are going to conclude something. So here we introduce the new term that is called as the hypothesis. In the previous one we were not talking about the hypothesis. Here it is the research conducted with the specific approach when a set of variables are kept constant while the other set of variables are being measured as a subject of experiment. Means one set of variable we are going to keep constant, and with reference to that one set of variable we are going to study the other set of variables, and from that we are going to draw the results. Experimental research provide a method of hypothesis. Means initially we are going to make some kind of hypothesis, some kind of assumption we are going to make, and whenever there is a process of experimental research we are going to test that hypothesis. Either the experimental results are matching with that hypothesis or not. Means the researcher has to test the hypothesis and confirm it or disconfirm it. This is going to be the pattern for the experimental research. Now quasi-experimental research. This is the type of experimental research. Actually there are three types, that is pre-experimental, quasi-experimental and true experimental. Out of that we are going to study the quasi-experimental. This is also the subtype of the experimental. It is observed and analyzed the effect of particular treatment on the particular population. Means we are going to select the small problem area from the experimental and we are going to carry out that. And how that quasi-experimental research differ from the experimental, that it doesn't involve the random sampling. Into the experimental we involve the random sampling. Into the quasi-experimental, since its coverage area is very limited, we are not going to involve the random sampling. Second research method is a descriptive research. From the word itself we came to know that this is all about the description. It doesn't mean that experiments are not at all there. Experiments are there, but the more focus is towards the description of the particular incidence. This research includes surveys and fact-finding inquiries of the different kinds. Major purpose is the description of a state of affairs as it exists at the present. Means whatever is the present situation, in this research we are going to describe that present situation into the best possible manner. And in this research the researcher has no control over the variables. Only he is going to play the role of the observer. He can only report what has happened in the past or what is happening. Means he is going to observe the thing and he is going to make its description. And from that description only we are going to draw the conclusion. It does not answer why and when. Because since this descriptive research we are going to describe something, we are not going to analyze it or we are not going to find out the reason behind it. This research does not answer when and why. Now we are going to see the 5 types of the descriptive research. First type of the descriptive research is correlational research. This research tells us the relationship between the two variables. It describes what exists at the moment, that is conditions, practices, processes and structures, etc. It comprising of collecting the data to determine whether and to what extent a relationship exists between the two or more quantifiable variables. What is the meaning of quantifiable? Here we are going to measure that variable by quantity wise. That's why the term is given quantifiable variables. This research is going to just describe present situation. Hence, it does not verify the cause and effect relationship. Means in this research we are not going to explain the cause of particular thing or its effect. So we are not going to verify the cause and effect relationship. That relationship we are going to explain in the next type, that is called as the causal comparative research. Causal comparative research, this is also called as ex post facto research. What is the meaning of ex post facto? After the fact, means after the occurrence of particular incidents, we are going to study the relationship, that is called as the causal comparative research. Here we are going to study one example that is applicable for correlational research also and causal comparative research. Let us take the example effect of caffeine consumption on the human brain. So into the correlational research, just we are going to make the present condition analysis, that is how that caffeine consumption affects our brain. It is not going to make the comparison quantity wise. And into the causal comparative research, what we are going to do, the causal comparative research attempts to identify the cause and effect relationship. Means here in this causal comparative research, we are going to find out the cause, that is reason, how that caffeine consumption is going to affect the brain and what is going to happen into the future on the human body, that how that caffeine consumption is going to affect our human body. That comparative study is done into this research. So we are going to make the two sets of variable, and for one set we will give the less amount of caffeine, for another set we will give more amount of caffeine, and we will make the comparative study, and from that comparative study we will draw the conclusion. Hence it is said that it is a method in which groups with the qualities that already exist are compared on some dependent variable, and pre-existing characteristics are also used to form the groups. So this is example for the correlational research as well as for the causal comparative research. Now next type, that is called as the document analysis. This is also the type of descriptive research. This method of the documentary analysis enables to researcher to include the large amount of textual information and systematically identify its properties. Here we are going to make the analysis of the large amount of documents. Let us take the example. Suppose any institution is there or any industry is there and there is a meeting. So minutes of the meeting. So there is a documents based on that minutes of the meeting, and we are going to make its analysis. It helps the researcher to shift through the large amount of data with the comparative ease in the systematic fashion. So whatever are the minutes of the meeting, we are going to make the analysis of that, and from that large amount of data we are going to make some comparative ease in the systematic fashion. So this example we can study the document analysis. Next type, that is called as ethnography. It is the portrait of the people. It is the descriptive amount of the social life and culture. In this ethnographic research, we are going to study the social and cultural life of the particular social system based on the detailed observation of what people do. It is referred as an interpretive research. Let us take the example. Suppose the problems of Adivasis in the Palghar district. This is my topic for the ethnography. So I am going to study the social life and cultural life of that particular social system, and based on that I am going to interpret something, and that is going to be the outcome of my ethnographic research. So in the ethnographic we are not going to make the experiment. Here we are going to describe the social and cultural life. Next topic is the case study. Here case, the word case does not refer to the particular individual. It can be the individual, or it can be the family, it can be the society, or it can be the institution. It can be any unit that can be called as the case study. It is the descriptive research that involves describing and interpreting the events, conditions, circumstances or situations that are occurring in the present. So anything for the study, anything for the case study we are going to select, and we want to study that particular incidents based on the situation or which are the conditions. It emphasizes the study of interrelationship between the different attributes of the unit. Means we are going to study the different qualities or the different characteristics of that particular unit that is going to be the happen in the study. Third research methodology is historical research. From the name itself we came to know that we are going to study something from the history. It is the collection of techniques and guidelines that historians use to research and write the histories of the past. Let us take the example. If we want to study the Mohenjo-daro culture, we will study the related information with the reference of the Mohenjo-daro culture, and we will write the histories of the past. It is the study of what can be known to the historian through surveying records. So we are going to survey number of records, we are going to make that observations, and from that observations only we are going to draw the conclusion. So this is called as the historical research. So these three methods of the research we have seen. Which are the three methods of the research? Experimental, then descriptive and historical research. Let's move on to the another criteria for the classification of the research. It is called as based on research design. Based on research design, there are two types of research: exploratory research and conclusive research. These two research run into the exactly opposite direction. Exploratory research, we are going to explore something, and conclusive research is exactly opposite to that. Let's see what is there. Exploratory research. This research is conducted for a problem that has not been studied more clearly. Means we can say any untouched topic which has not been studied yet clearly, that topic we are going to study, and we are going to study it just to explore the knowledge. And here we are not going to test the hypothesis. Here we are going to develop the hypothesis at the end of this research. The objective of exploratory research is the development of hypothesis rather than testing. Means at the end of this research is going to give rise to the many new researches, and exactly opposite thing is happening into the conclusive research. It aims to provide the final and conclusive answers to the research question. Means here we want to end up with the answer. Here we want to conclude the topic. Most conclusive researches are carried out to test the formulated hypothesis. Means here we want to test the hypothesis and we want to conclude that yes, this hypothesis is accepted or rejected, confirm or disconfirm. Findings are significant as they have the theoretical or applied implications. So exploratory research is having the new hypothesis development, and conclusive research, it is going to test the hypothesis and it is going to conclude the topic. So these are two researches based on the research design. Now fourth criteria for the classification, that is based on the attribute. Attribute means special characteristics. qualitative research and quantitative research. This classification is having the broader coverage area and it's very important. So in my next video you will get brief explanation based on the qualitative research and quantitative research. Now let's have the quick review of the types of the research, that is 4 criteria: purpose based, method based, design based and attribute based. Purpose based, for the knowledge sake, basic research is there, and for problem oriented, applied and action research. Methodology used, first is experimental and into that quasi-experimental. Descriptive, there are 5 types of the descriptive: correlational, causal comparative, ethnography, document analysis and case study. And third method, that is historical research. Third criteria, design based, exploratory research and conclusive research. And fourth criteria for the classification, that is attribute based, qualitative research and quantitative research. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you have understood this classification of the research. Very soon we will meet with the new video that is specially based on qualitative versus quantitative research. Thank you.